Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Here we go. We're live again on 24th July, day 7 of the 28-day success roadmap for international students. Look, I think I got massive eye bags today. You can clearly tell I'm super exhausted. I haven't slept properly for the past 2 days, and I just kind of put my body through a roller coaster ride. But hey, I'm here for you guys, okay? As promised, it's 10:49. Hope you had your dinner. Hope it was delicious, okay? And hope you're all having an amazing day today. So those of you who are joining on Instagram, thank you for joining as usual. Lots of love. And for the 15 or 11 of you who ends up staying all the time, hey guys, you mean the world to me, okay? Thank you so much. And besides that, I really hope that it's been 7 days. What do you guys think? Like, have you guys tuned in? Do you find the content that I'm sharing helpful? Is it adding value to your journey in any way? Let me know in the comments. Okay? I haven't had my dinner yet. Well, what's cooking for dinner today? XO Forger. Salman Hussein is just Samira. Thank you guys for joining. I'm sure you guys are going to be dropping in and out mostly. But anyway, thank you, everybody. So, look, I'm super excited today because today is the final version. Did you guys want this to end? Okay, tell me this. Do you guys want this live sessions? Do you guys like these live sessions? Should I keep on doing them for the 28 days or should I stop doing them? What do you guys say? Like, is it helping you guys, or should I just be like, screw it, no more of this? All right. And can you upload these lives on YouTube? Yes, I'm happy that you asked because it is on YouTube. All you have to do is just look up 28-day success roadmap for international students. So Armand said yes. Nahian said yes, do them. Why is it helping you guys? How do you find it helpful? Do continue this. Awesome. Really happy to hear that, Shuvo. Thank you. Why do you guys say yes? Where do you see this is helping you? Like from a perspective standpoint, is it from the fact that you just love seeing my face every day, or it helps your English? What did you say? What is it helping you guys with? Nothing on the chats. Saif, hey buddy, how are you? Assalamu alaikum, Zihad Bhaiya. Hope you're doing amazing. Thank you. Congratulations on how far you have come. Always cheering. Yes. Who's that? Kamran Tahmid. Sup? Nothing. Just to watch you. I want to meet you. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Informative and very less blabbering than other speakers. Yeah, I like to just get to the point. So, speaking about getting to the point, let's get to the point. Okay, so today is the finale of the whole program selection series, right? Like we dived deep into how to figure out what type of program you should study, and really be able to align what you study with your career in the long term, so you never have to say that you hate your job or you're not being able to grow or you just hate your life and you feel depressed. So it's that perfect harmony, right, between what you have studied and what you want to work in. Thank you, Saif. Really appreciate it, man. You're my most loyal follower. Means a lot, buddy. Okay, so today what we're talking about is, so in the past we have covered all these things. I'm going to be connecting the dots today, so let's go through what we have covered in the past. So before, you had absolutely no idea where to start when it came to selecting a program. Most people are like, I don't know what to study. Oh, because I'm a science student, I'm going to study science related subjects. Horse crap, right? It shouldn't be that way. So then we learned together the fact that it's much more fulfilling to pursue something with a purpose. What's the problem in the society that you want to solve? Gives you direction, gives you something to work towards. It's a challenge, right? It's exciting. It's for people. It gives you a reason beyond you to live for other people, right? When you want to live for other people, you'll always be content. Okay, you'll always be content. People who only think about themselves are typically selfish, right? As the meaning of the word says. So So at first, we discovered what problems you can solve for people, and we taught you how you can find your purpose. And now that you have figured out a few challenges, like few purpose areas, then we taught you what kind of what kind of direction. I think the last one was, let me see. Yeah, do you want to be an entrepreneur or you don't want to be an entrepreneur in that field, right? And so today we're going to be talking about what exact program, right? All this time we're just talking about purpose. Today we'll figure out, okay, which program is it, right? It's like I feel passionate, or I want to solve this purpose, but now what do I study? So that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. So what's going to be your role? You see, it's an interesting term that I'm using. I'm not saying that don't go research right away what program you need to study. Figure out what kind of job role you're going to have after graduation. You see, it's so interesting, right? When you change the perspective on program selection, like think of what type of job role you're going to go for. So remember, in the last live session, we talked about how if you're not going to be an entrepreneur and you're going to be an employee, go find a company that serves the purpose and figure out which area you want to help them. That is basically it. So let's say you decided that you want to entertain people, right? The question is, do you become a dancer to do that? Do you become an actor to do that? You become a comedian? What's your role? Forget what you're going to study. Ask yourself, what is your role? Okay? So some people are asking some questions. Let's see. I'm just seeing your videos and staying motivated to reach my goal, which is getting to Canada, and also want to work in the tech industry. What would you suggest? That's awesome, man. Tech industry is the next big thing. So obviously you can never go wrong with that. What else? If I do undergraduate in MMC in Bangladesh, would be able to do master's in communication major abroad. There's just so many things that we have to consider to even understand whether that's a possibility, right? So let's say you want to create better medicine for diabetic people. Do you want to be a doctor who actually creates or engineers the medicine, or do you want to be the marketer who markets that medicine? You see, like you find your purpose, and then you can all of a sudden start asking, like, but what do you want to do around that, right? Do you want to be the salesperson selling the medicine? Do you want to be the marketer, or do you want to be the doctor who's actually conducting, the consultations with the patients and all that stuff? So it's a bit tricky. It really gets tricky. So what do we do now? It's confusing. What should we study then? We figured out the purpose. This is how exactly you're going to be doing it. What you're going to do is you're going to go on any university's website or any college's website, and you're going to go into the areas of study tab, okay, on their website. And then you take your shortlisted purpose list, and then you look at the areas of study and just make a relation to, if I study this, I would have this job role. Would I be passionate about working in this field and then serving that and serve this purpose? Okay, like you find the area of study. So let's say you feel passionate about creating medicine, like working in the industry of making medicine for diabetic people. Area of study, finance. Do you want to be working in the finance side of things for that industry? Sales, engineering, marketing, right? And also the fact, you see, what's interesting is that if you already know what's the purpose that you're going to go for, it will kind of already shortlist your areas of study. Because let's say you're passionate about medicine, you wouldn't be studying science and arts. Get my point? If you're going to be passionate about ocean life, you're definitely not studying, let's see, you're probably not going to study, no, you could study computer science because you may have to draw charts and stuff like that. You may not need dancing classes. You see, like performing arts, you're not going to need that. You're probably not going to need English literature. Okay, you're not going to need to study anything related to HR. So your purpose kind of already shortlists your area of study. Okay, and then you're going to have to select like which area am I going to be most passionate about, and what are the job titles related to that? Okay, and that's kind of the easy way to figure out which area you would want to serve a company in. Now, don't try to overthink it. The best way to do this, if you really want to figure out whether you're passionate about an area of study, all you have to do is, let's say you figured out you're gonna be a sales or let's say a programmer, and then you also shortlisted that you would want to be a salesperson, and then you also shortlisted that you want to be a finance person. But then you're thinking like, man, I've never been, hang on a second. Yeah, then you're thinking that, wait, I've never been any of these before, so I don't know which one I would love. Here's the trick. Simply go on YouTube and look up day in the life of blank. And then you're going to literally see what is the lifestyle of that role. Once you figure that out, and you're going to see that practically. So let's say if you are an extrovert and you love being around people, you're going to hate being a programmer because you have to sit in front of a computer all day. How would you realize that? By looking up day in the life of, right? So that is the best way to figure out what program you want to study. And these are the 4 golden questions. If you're still having trouble figuring out what you're passionate about, these are the 4 questions, golden questions that you can ask yourself to find out what you're truly passionate about. And I just want to give you one little nugget advice, which is 99% 99% of the time, you won't be able to figure out what you're passionate about. But the beautiful thing about that is that you're actually figuring out what you're not passionate about, right? So it's so easy to just claim that, okay, what do I hate? It's always easier to create that list. Go create that list first, and that's going to automatically leave only a few areas of study. And when you are left with those areas of study, all you have to then do is just simply Google the day in the life of, and boom, you have your list. Okay, this is a big hack. This is exactly the program counseling process that we use at Connected for our students. Okay, obviously we have other softwares and stuff that really dives deep into it. So if you're someone who's planning on studying in Canada and you're looking for help with an agent, obviously I have my company, which is Connected Education. If you want details, let me know in the comments. Now, these are the 4 golden questions that you can ask yourself. Number 1, what information do you see day to day that piques your attention? Basically, do you like watching interviews of CEOs? Do you like watching movies of business successful people? Do you watch lots of videos of weaving? Do you watch lots of videos of dancing? Do you watch lots of videos on or read magazines on fashion? Does the latest tech software stuff geek you out? Do you geek out on that? So ask yourself, like, what kind of stuff grabs your attention day to day? This helps you identify what interests you, meaning you love learning things related to that topic. That's the first question. Number 2, who is your role model? Guys, your role model will always define you, to be honest. Okay, who's your role model? Which famous person or individual that you see day to day inspires you the most? Someone that you look up to. This helps you identify your personality type. Okay, because you need to know what's your personality type. Okay, hey Zahid, I see you're asking questions. I'm going to get to the questions very shortly, man. No worries. Okay, so that's your second thing. Number 1, we figure out what interests you. Number 2 is like, okay, this is my personality type. Because if you're an introvert, man, it's going to be so hard for you to sell. Although the introverts are the best kind of salespeople, just to let you guys know. Number 3, if you had the chance to become one of the role models that you look up to, who would you like to be? Would it be awesome if you could live their life? What do they have that you want to have? This helps you identify what kind of life you want to live. Do you want a house next to the ocean? Well, if you like the lifestyle of Tony Stark from Iron Man, you're gonna have it. You're gonna build a life just like that. But if you're someone that's like, no, I just want a Victoria house that's 2-storied, 3 bedrooms. I just want to have some kids, drive a Toyota Civic. That's a happy married life. Yeah, you're gonna have different role models. Okay, so your role models define you, and what do you want to have in life helps you figure out, like, what do they have that you feel like, man, it would be so nice to have that. Because then you're going to be able to set the goals, right? It helps you identify what kind of life you want to live, which in return helps you figure out what kind of career you want to be in. If you want that travel lifestyle, you cannot be a finance guy who's just like crunching numbers in a database, right? You could be like a travel photographer. You could be working in hotels, like tourism industry and stuff like that. Then you would be traveling. You could be a salesperson, a consultant. Then you could be traveling, right? So you really have to figure out who do you want to be ultimately, and that will drive the decision that you're going to make on your area of study. And lastly, what problem do I see in the society that I can solve? This gives you purpose that's bigger than yourself, so you can have a positive contribution to the world and you will never quit. That's basically it. It's that simple. Don't make it too complicated, because what students start thinking is, what would I be passionate about in 10 years? Guys, like, you, whatever you think you're passionate about right now, that's going to change after 5 years anyway with your experiences in life. So don't go too hard on it. Just try to find some direction for now. Figure out like what just clicks with you and just charge forward. That's it. And with life, you're just going to, get steered in the right direction. Okay, I call that God's hand. I call that universal attraction, the law of attraction, whatever you call it. Okay, life will take you to where you want to be. All you have to do is just be disciplined, work hard, have a big dream, and stay committed and stay truthful to yourself. Okay, so that is basically it, I guess. And all you have to do is just map this out, whatever I said in terms of purpose, passion, roles, videos, questions that you need to ask yourself, and you will be able to land on the dream role, area of study, program, whatever you call it, so that you can achieve the career of your dreams. That's basically it for program selection. Thank you for listening. I'm going to take some questions right now. Let's see. Tell me something about the lifestyle. Like, can I convey all my costs by part-time jobs? Guys, like, I just hate these questions, to be honest. Like, because these questions are so not, it's just such little-minded questions. Can I cover my costs? Like, is that all you guys are worried about when you move to Canada, right? And which skills are the most demandable? Yeah, that's a good question. Like, which skills are the most demandable? If you're always in sales, tech, marketing, you're always going to be in demand. Okay, you just need to be on the strategic side. But in terms of covering your costs, you cannot cover your tuition fees. You can cover your living expenses. So yeah, that's my point. Whoever tells you that you can cover your tuition fees lives in a stupid city, goes to a very cheap institution, and doesn't live a good life. Look, you're not moving to Canada, UK, Australia to live a shitty lifestyle. You're moving abroad to have an amazing lifestyle, okay? So ensure that you do. If you don't have the money for it, don't move to these expensive countries. Like, why put all these stress on yourself and your family just to pursue this dream? Like, guys, also sometimes you got to be real, okay? If you don't have the funds, don't move abroad. It's simple, okay? Just stay where you are. And honestly, like, some people just live like a king in their domestic country. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to be successful when you move abroad. Nothing guarantees it. As a matter of fact, you have more chances of becoming successful in your home country than moving abroad, because you're already playing in your home ground, right? You got home ground advantage. You're familiar with the language, you're familiar with how the job market works, you're familiar with the systems, the people, the culture. Okay, you want to move abroad because you want to have a peaceful lifestyle. Okay, and there are definitely opportunities where you could be making money, but it's not easy. It doesn't come easy. Okay, so don't put so much pressure on yourself if you don't have the funds for it. I highly advise against it when people don't have funds. And that's why so many international students' lives are miserable when they move abroad, because they're living hand to mouth just because they don't have the money for it. They don't have the time to scale their skills or go after bigger jobs and stuff like that. Don't do that to yourself. Okay, let's see. What other questions? Any other questions that we have here? No, I think that's it. One bam pew pew. Hey, thanks for joining. Peter Core XYZ. Is it IELTS mandatory for applying? Another question. You guys are just trying to take the easy route. Guys, don't take the easy route, okay? Always take the hard way. It pays more. Look, I'm busting my fucking ass out here just making these videos. I'm just exhausted. But hey, this is the hard way. And you know the best thing about the hard way? You get bigger returns, okay? I'm gonna be freaking rich. You guys are gonna see. And yeah, when it happens, it's gonna be pretty cool. That's it. All right. That being said, thank you all for joining today and spending the last 30 minutes with me. It has been incredible for the last 7 days, and I hope that I'm adding value to your journey, even if you're planning on just pursuing your education domestically. And yeah, go make some money, get rich, have fun in life, and don't think small, think big, and just kick it out of the park. All right. That being said, have a good night, and I'll see you very soon, which is tomorrow. All right. Cheers, everybody. Take care.